Joe, thank you so much for having me, and I really appreciate working on your project. It's so great to support you because I'm a fan. I love your work. I love going on your Facebook page. I love watching the videos through TriX57 that I see on YouTube. I just absolutely love your content. Even when I see you in Shore Local, it always just brings a smile to my face. So thanks for keeping me informed on the weather front. Yeah, so I grew up here in Ventnor. It's where I live now, and I went to school. I went to Holy Spirit High School, and then I went to school at Canisius University. And the short answer is rugby. I played rugby with a couple of guys who started a marketing agency called Sparkable way back in 2006. And then when I graduated college, I didn't really have interest my junior year. When they were starting the company, I didn't really have that much interest. I was still, at that time, I was pre-law, but I was changing my focus to be more of a writer because I got an internship at a local arts newspaper. And so I decided that I didn't want to go to law school. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do and decided at that point I wanted to be a journalist, but I couldn't get a job in journalism. So I started freelancing at Sparkable in 2007, and I've been at the company ever since. And then I came back home because I just missed the beach. I missed my friends, but I really missed the beach the most. And I love Ventnor. I kind of missed I love Buffalo. It's my second favorite city in the world, but I missed living in Ventnor. I missed Atlantic City, and I wanted to come back home. And yeah, I've been working at Sparkable since 2007. I bought the company in 2015, and then I've been running Sparkable solo since 2023. That we currently have close to 20 clients, which is pretty amazing. This is the most that we've ever had. And, there isn't anything. Basically, I'm looking for anybody who, particularly if you already spend money on advertising, that's a huge help because then we usually have an advertising budget to work with. But we work with small businesses, we work with large corporations and enterprises. So we work closely with directors of marketing to be either just a part of somebody's marketing budget, or we can be your full service marketing agency that does everything for you so that you can go out there and live the dream and do what you're good at. Because if you think about it, if you want to look for, like, if I want to look for, um, of restaurant near me, a lot of times, if I'm gonna look for a menu, I'm not gonna Google search Red Room Cafe and then go to their website and then go to their menu. A lot of times I just go right to their Facebook or their Instagram page because I know that they're gonna put their specials up on their Instagram stories, and I know that I can see a link at least to their menu via that, or a lot of times they'll have a picture of their menu right there. So it just makes my life easier. And it's the same thing for the cert for the AI agents. So the idea is that when somebody's looking for something, restaurant near me, PlayStation near me, video games, comic books, doesn't matter what it is. When somebody's searching for that product, put yourself in that person's shoes. So, they could be looking for comic books, or they could be looking for a roofer, or it could be a very specific thing like induction heating or radiant heating near me. So, that's where you can differentiate yourself amongst the competition. So if somebody's just searching for straight, rather than like trying to rank for something like wine as a liquor store, you might be better off searching for something like a non-alcoholic beer, which is getting more and more popular these days. It's a lot like Moneyball, or that's what I refer to it as, because you want something that has a high volume so that people are searching for it, but you don't want to have a lot of competition as well, because you're going to end up losing out. If you're Plaza Discount Liquors and there's a Roger Wilco nearby or something like that, or a Canals, something that has multiple locations and has a large search engine presence, or like my buddy Gary V's father's company, Wine Library, right? Like they have a huge search presence and they have a big inventory. And a lot of that just comes from pages and things that are on the website that are being indexed through Google. So yeah, you want to try to find that sweet spot to see how you can rank. And it's a good idea to look at your competition too. See what they're ranking for, see what they're not ranking for, that you might be able to sneak in and get to the top of the Google search for that page. Is that I become an expert on my client's business. I know more about surface metrology, which is the science of measuring the flatness of things, just because of my client LDB out in Illinois, and he measured the flatness of silicone wafers that were then used to make semiconductors. So it's a lot of research. So it's research on a basic level to understand how the company works and how the product works and how the sales work. How does the sales funnel work? Then also we use a lot of tools. So there's a lot of free tools out there, Moz, SEMrush, SEMrush. You can go online and see what you're ranking for. Or you can also just do your own research on Google or whatever search engine that you choose and search for your product or what you think the person who would be looking for your business would be looking for. If you're a bed and breakfast or something, somebody might be looking for a cheap stay or bed and breakfast, or they might be looking for something like best bed and breakfast at the Jersey Shore, right? Like that's a pretty broad keyword, but see where you rank there and figure out, what if your competition's ranking above you, well, what does your website look like? What are they doing that you're not doing? First thing that we do is a discovery, and we basically just kind of go over your goals, budget, and vision. So we try to figure out what do you want to achieve, what do you want it to look like, and what is your budget to achieve that with? And then we go through a jumpstart process. And that's when we get really into kind of more of the psychology of things. We try to understand what your preference is for your brand and for um, tone and for graphics and objects and emojis, and that's for doing like the digital promotion, for doing social media promotion. If we're doing a brand, we go through all the fonts. The website too, we go through all the fonts and stuff like that, and then we ask you what you think your keywords are, because you might have a different perspective than we do. And then the first thing that we do for every single project, it doesn't matter if it's a logo, if it's a website, if we're doing digital promotion, if we're doing a podcast, it's all research. So we go through, we use the tools that we have available to us, some of the ones that I mentioned already. And then we also just do kind of, you know, basic research. Like I said, just Googling, looking at your competition. If you tell us that you like aspects of a website that isn't in your industry, we'll take a look at that website and see how these things function. Then we can bring that over to your website. And we also look at trends. It's a lot of reading the comments and a lot of looking at what's successful. Like, why am I being displayed this video on TikTok? Why does my For You page on Instagram look like this? What do these videos have in common? How are they structuring their videos? What does the key card look like? What do the comments look like? Are they using hashtags? There's a lot of stuff like that that goes into it, but it's a lot of research. Some of it a little bit more complex, but a lot of it is just basic. So one of the tools that we use, SEMrush, we have trackers, and it'll track how we are in the top 3 keywords, top 5, top 10, and top 20 keywords. And we look to see what we've gained and lost and what those keywords are. And then we do the same thing for our competition too. So like if we're a hotel and we're winning for hotel in Wildwood Crest, New Jersey, for one example, and but we're losing for hotel deals in Wildwood Crest. Then we know that, but one of the competitors is rising. We look at their website. Did they put up a web page that's deals? How are they using that keyword somehow? Are they using specials or things like that, offers that we could maybe incorporate on our website? And so, yeah, that's the main way that we look at it. And then also, you'll appreciate this. Moz has a SEO weather forecast. So as Google is changing its algorithm, Moz will show you what the weather is. And if it's hot and stormy, that means that Google is messing with the algorithm. So you might be ranking first and everything's going great. And then wham, you're at number 5. And you're like, what happened? I didn't change anything on my website. My competitors don't look like they're doing anything. And then you look at the Mozcast and you see, oh wait, it's 88 and thundering, and Google is messing with the algorithm. Actually, my email is Shaun, SHAUN, at sparkable.com. If you see me on any of the social medias, or if you find Sparkable on the social media, you can hit us up there. We have a chat bot on our website. You can check that out. We have a contact form there. So please, if you have any questions at all, reach out to me. I love trying to help small businesses, and hopefully I can provide a little bit of advice for you.